Oh my god, I can't stop smiling. My cheeks hurt. Welcome back to my channel. I am Alana and you are watching my story time. So in today's story time video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how my fiance proposed to me. I'm going to give you all the little backstory about how I thought he was going to propose last year and it didn't happen. But it happened this year and I'm so grateful and so thankful, and I can't wait to share this story with you guys because it is so special to me and I cannot wait to be a bride and his wife and all of the good things that come along with this blessed union. Before we get into the video, I would love to invite you guys to stick around for a while. I make videos on everything from lifestyle to food to motherhood to beauty, fashion, DIY, home, all of these wonderful things. I love to share just, you know, my insight on these topics. So if you are interested in topics like that, then stick around and subscribe so you guys do not miss an upload, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you get updates straight to your inbox. Now, if you guys follow me over on Instagram, then you would have seen that I posted my engagement photos. And if you do not follow me on Instagram, then help a sister out. Go follow me on IG, okay? I do a lot of updating on my Instagram stories as well as my blog. And I want to use the swipe up feature. I want you to be able to swipe up to get to my content. So help me out. Tag a friend, tell a friend to come follow me over on Instagram. I promise we have loads of fun over there. I ask questions, I post funny stuff, and I post a lot of inspiration too. So I'll leave links to all that down in the description box below, so be sure to check that out before you leave here today. Here is my ring. My nails, there's a little bit of something going on with my nails. I had like an infection on one of my nails because some water got under my nail and I didn't take it off in time, and it was just a lot. So I'm giving my nails a break. So I'm just kind of bare nailed right now, but that's okay. All natural is the way that we're going. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a shot of the ring. This is the ring that I picked out, and I'll tell you like how it all happened. So if you're interested in hearing about my little love story, then stay tuned. So grab your popcorn, grab your wine, and let's get into the story. Around this time last year, my fiance and I spent Thanksgiving together, and we had a conversation about marriage. At that time, he did not really seem like he was like into marriage, which kind of broke my heart a little bit because like I felt like that's what we were working towards, and I was just like, you know, well, what are we doing if we're not gonna get married? You know, he just had a lot of like really negative people in his ear just kind of telling him what the cons were of marriage and stuff like that, and it was just like, oh, you know, just really negative stuff. So around this time last year, I did not think that we would be engaged by this time at all whatsoever. If you had asked me last year, I would have been like, yeah, okay. But still, you know, a piece of me like was waiting to see like, okay, maybe Christmas he'll like engage me. Didn't happen. Maybe New Year's he'll propose. Didn't happen. Maybe Valentine's Day. Didn't happen. Maybe, you know, so I made a decision. I was like, you know what, I am just gonna like, I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna mention it. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm just gonna just like, you know, whatever, like it is what it is. We're happy in our relationship. I'm not gonna like stress it. I'm not gonna bring it up, you know, whatever. So we did go to Cuba. He took me to Cuba in May, and so of course in the back of my head I'm like looking like, maybe this is it. It wasn't it. He didn't propose in Cuba. But what he did do though was he mentioned to like a few people that like it was coming. So people would ask like, oh my god, you guys are such a cute couple, are you guys getting married? And he would say like, oh, it's coming really soon. And so to me, I'm just like what does that mean? Like, do you have the ring? Like, do you not? And in my head I'm like, I know he doesn't have the ring. Like, I don't know, I was just like going crazy in my own little head. Okay, so then we went to Vegas in July, and then he made a joke like, oh, what if we elope in Vegas? And I kind of got mad because I was like, no, we're not doing that. Like, Like, no, I want to hold, get on your knee. No, no, no. So I was waiting to see maybe he would propose in Vegas. Didn't happen in Vegas. So I literally lost like all hope. My birthday came, I'm thinking like maybe for my birthday. Nope. Got a cute pair of shoes, but definitely didn't get my ring. So then he mentioned around my birthday, he mentioned like, you know, like what if we get engaged in the next 2 months? Like what would be your plan? And so knowing him and knowing like how he plans, like I knew that it probably was getting a lot closer than I thought it was. So I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking like the next 2 months, what is that, like October? Like that's a weird day to, like a weird month to like get engaged in. So you know, we talked about it a little bit. I brushed it off because I'm like, you're not about to get me excited again and then we don't get engaged and I'm gonna be mad, and then just that's it. So okay, fine. September rolls around and he's asking me all of a sudden about coming to visit in October, and I'm like why? So, and like he's really pressing October. And so London had a week off from school, and it just so happened that we actually had a airline credit for her. So we were like, okay, well the credit was expiring like the same week that he was asking me to come out there, and he had off for a week. So I was like, all right, well let's go. So we ended up going out there in October. Oh, one thing I kind of skipped is that he bought a house out there where he lives. His job is in a different state, and he bought a house. Now I hadn't even, like, I saw the house in pictures, but I didn't go visit the house or anything like that because I'm like, for what? We like, for what? So he's like pressing this October trip. So I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, I just want you to come see the house. I just want you to come see the house. I want to know if you like it. Da, 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 da. So I'm like, okay. So we get out there. House is beautiful. The house is gorgeous. We have 3 bedrooms. London has her own room. She instantly fell in love with the house, and you know, it was beautiful. And you know, and I'm just like thinking like, well, I'm not gonna start decorating because like I'm big on commitment, and if we don't have a you know, I didn't say these things, but in my head I'm just like, I'm not about to start decorating because it's not happening. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe this is the trip, like maybe he's gonna do it. But in the back of my head I'm like, I've thought this so many times and it hasn't been the case, so let me not like make myself, you know, like hurt my own feelings. Let me just not. Okay, so you know, the whole trip he took us to the museums, we went out to eat. Every time we went out to eat, I'm like, he's like, order this, order wine, order dessert, and I'm just like, okay. So I'm like getting my wine, like maybe there's a ring in here. There's no ring. Maybe like biting into my cake, like maybe there's a ring in here. No ring. So I'm just like, you know what, forget it. Then this is what happened, right? So I ended up hating one of my nails and it cracked, right? And I was trying to hold on to it as long as I could because I didn't have my things to do my nails while I was out there. And so, and like, mind you, my nails were done before I went because I thought maybe, you know, but so my nails were cracked. This is like one of the last nights that I'm there, and I asked him like, are we going anywhere tomorrow? Because I'm gonna take my nails off today. And so he goes, no, we're not going anywhere tomorrow. You can go ahead and take your nails off. So I'm like, you know what? So I sat there and popped every single nail off, and girl, he watched me pop every nail off. I was so mad, and he had the nerve to mention like, oh, well, that took you like almost 2 hours. And then he kept like, I always cook when I'm out there. I cook, I bake, you guys know that. So he kept mentioning like cookies. Like there's a bakery that, you know, he'll order cookies from, and I'm like, why? I'm gonna bake cookies. So he's like, you know, no, I'm gonna pick up dinner. I'm gonna pick up dinner. You know, go ahead and put London to bed. I'm gonna pick up dinner. So I'm gonna pick up dessert. So I'm like, okay. So I put London to bed. Got her ready for bed and everything. She was knocked out. So then after I take my nails off, he goes, you don't want to get in the shower? So I'm like, wait, like, do I stink or something? Like, why are you asking me if I'm gonna get in the shower? Like, what's, like, I don't know. It didn't click for me. I was just like, why are you being weird? So I got up and I get in the shower, and then the door was open. So he comes in the room and closes the door. So while I'm in the shower. And I'm just like, okay. So then I asked him, like, can you bring me a towel? So he brings me a towel. So I'm like, oh, let me kick over the towel. Maybe there's like a ring under the towel. So I kicked over the towel, no rings. I'm like, you know what? I am done. So I get out, put my towel on, everything, dry off, lotion up. I came out of the bathroom and it was dark and there were candles on and there was music on and there were balloons that said welcome home. And he was on his knee with a ring box. And I was like, what is this? And he was like, come sit down, let me talk to you for a minute. And so it was very 90s, like, love song vibe. And he just, you know, rapped to me a little bit about how much he loves me and how much, you know, he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. And that I'm amazing and I make him happy, and just so many other great things that he said that I'm not going to share. But yes, so we had a very intimate conversation, and then he asked me if I would marry him and do the honors of being his wife. And I said, of course. Of course, I've been waiting for you to ask me this question. Now with the ring, he had a championship ring that his team had won last year, and he proposed with that ring. And he said the reason why was because he had asked for he didn't want to spoil the surprise. So instead of asking for like my best friend or like my cousins or something to help him figure out my ring size, he asked my grandpa. And my grandpa went and picked up one of my like costume jewelry rings, like this ring, and he measured me at a size 9. No, your girl's not a size 9. I am a size 4 3/4, okay, 4.75. So he said he went to the store and he was looking at rings, and he just said like a 9 just seemed like it was way too big. Like a 9 fit his hand. So he was just like, yeah, like he just wanted to wait to make sure that he didn't mess it up or anything like that. Also, I, like, over the past couple of years, like, I've been sending him rings that I love, because I was very specific about the style of ring that I wanted and the style of ring that I don't want, because I see a lot of rings, a lot of people have the same type of ring that I just really hate, these certain type of rings, and like the way that they look and the way that they look close up and far away, and I really didn't want that. And I was like drilling in his head, like, don't you give me that ring, like, don't you give me that crunchy ring. I don't want it. I want one stone in the middle. And so he was like, you know what, I will let you pick out the ring that you want. So we got online and we went to Brilliant Earth. We ordered the ring and it was there within a week. The next morning when I woke up and London was somehow there. I woke her up and I said, London. She said, yes, mommy. I said, guess what? She said, what? I said, mommy's engaged. We're getting married. And so she was like, what? Like, she just screamed. She was so happy. Like, she jumped all over him and she was so excited. And immediately after, she was like, so can we have a baby now? Like, cause I always told London, like, no, we can't have any more babies until mommy gets married. So she is so excited. I'm excited. And then of course I called like my best friend and I called my family and, you know, just told everyone what was going on. My grandpa, of course, already knew because he did ask for his hand, or he asked for my hand rather. And yeah, it was just really nice. I didn't want to leave. And we left, of course, because I had to come back home. So yes, I'm gonna be moving from my home that I'm in now into my new home, which is in the Midwest. And I love my new home. I get to decorate it the way that I want to decorate from scratch, and I'm very excited about that. You guys know on my blog that I already ordered my bed, so we're gonna have a lot of fun decorating this new home, planning for the wedding. I have not chosen a wedding date as of yet, but I do know what month I want to have it in. I do want to have a fall wedding. But yeah, so that is my story about how I got engaged. If you guys have watched my story time about how I manifested this relationship, then you know that I literally sat down and wrote a letter to God, and I was very specific in asking for what I wanted, and it happened. It came true. And even in the end of that video, you guys will see, I was like, you know, hopefully I'll come back and tell y'all my marriage story, because I just knew that I was gonna marry him. He's so good to me. He's so good to my daughter, and my family loves him. Like, there's nothing bad that anyone can say. Like, the good is just, you know, of course we're not perfect, but the good just outweighs the bad so much, like by far. So it's like, you know, I don't know, I'm just really looking forward to starting this new journey and building a family and just building a legacy and an empire with him. And yeah, so you guys will be seeing a lot more of him. I have worked it out with him. He's very camera shy, which is why you guys don't see a lot of him now. Over the next couple of weeks, I will be sharing like vlogs from the vacations that we've taken this year, because we've been everywhere from like Vegas to, like I said, Cuba. We've, like, me and London have gone to Disney this year. I went to Miami. Like, I went so many places this year. This has been such a blessed year. So I will be sharing a lot of vlogs. You guys will be seeing him a lot more on my channel. He is in the opening to this video, so you guys do get a couple of glimpses. But he'll do a lot more talking on camera. He is a little camera shy, but we're gonna work that out, because we got family vlogs to do now. We got family vlogs. Like, we are a whole power family now. I'm so excited. If you guys want to watch more Storytime videos, then you can click one of the links here. And if you're interested in watching some of my other videos, then you can click a link here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, I love you so much, and thank you guys for supporting me. I will see you in my next video. Oh, here's a ring shot. Here is a ring shot. Huh? Huh? Alexa, play Ice Me Out. Bye.